There'll be enough energy for both of us to have our heart's desires. Do you even have a heart?
Does it matter to you?
It matters to me.
Another day, and none of this will be important. The world will change. For the better.
For everyone.
For us. For Georgie and her family.
But not the doctor?
No, Direct. Not the doctor. His future will be bleak.
Oh, Andrea. I wasn't expecting to see you. I was about to lock up. It's getting late. Is everything okay? You seem a bit concerned.
I won't take up much of your time, but there was something I wanted to ask.
That's fine. We're in this together after all.
But I feel like I'm asking so much of you.
I came to you. I was the one who offered my assistance in the first place.
After I practically turned up at your door, I heard whispers.
Seems like we both did. A little birdie told me about you in the same way they told you about me. So ask what you want, Andrea. One friend to another. We are friends, aren't we?
I guess so. It's just... Why are you doing this?
Why, the research. This branch of science. This is how I can make a difference. Leave a legacy for the future.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant, why help us? There must be more important people. Someone more powerful or wealthy. That guy we saw the other day, why him? I don't see how we could offer you anything special. So why help normal people?
Oh, Andrea, you're far more special than you think.
I don't want your pleasantries, Durant. Please.
I don't know what you want me to say.
All I want is to understand. It's important to me.
There needs to be a reason, doesn't there?
You don't know us, do you?
No, I don't. Don't worry, I'm not some long-lost cousin.
I didn't think that. I think you've lost someone yourself.
Andrea, please, can we not?
I wanted to know if I was right.
If I tell you that...
It ripped me up losing Scott. I didn't know how to do anything for days. It felt as if all the rules had changed, as if I needed to relearn how to put on clothes, make tea, boil an egg. I was second-guessing everything. Did you feel sick too, when you heard?
Like a punch to the gut.
It's because we have this in common, isn't it?
I saw it in your eyes. That pain.
Who was it?
My son. I lost my son. That's what made me do all of this. I wanted to find a way to fix everything. To put the world right again. I know you can't expect everyone you love to stay forever, but he was so young. He had so much more life to live. I've been looking for people in a similar position to share what I've learned with them, to bring back people who deserve to live longer, not just people who can pay to do it. To help you and your husband, to help my son. That's all. I want him back.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No one does. It isn't something I like to broadcast, but that's why I want to help you, Andrea. I'm not interested in the money or prestige. That isn't the priority. I want to help people like you, people that matter.
And you'll be back together with your son soon.
As you will be with your husband, if that's what you want.
Of course it is. I want nothing more than to take you up on your offer. I just need Georgie's blessing, but I'll talk to her.
She's being sensible, thinking it through. She thinks there are hidden consequences, doesn't she? I'm trying to be open with you. I hope you see that.
I do. Thank you for talking tonight.
Anytime. Good night.
Good night.
Come come on. Knock, knock, come on, it's me, let me in. We need to talk, come on. We haven't got all day. Don't fancy me letting me in? Okay, that's easily solved. Right, well, that always comes in handy.
What are you doing?
I need to talk to you, it's, kind of, sort of, ish, urgent.
So you broke in? I know you aren't exactly respectful of keep out signs, but I thought you'd respect a locked door when it's my house. Do you even know what time it is?
I will be honest, Georgie, I'm not sure which time zone my watch is actually synced up to, but does it matter?
It's the middle of the night.
But you're still up, I saw the lights were on.
Mum went out, so I thought I'd stay up for her. I wasn't expecting you to be the one bursting through that door.
Tell me I didn't see what I think I did, because I will not be held responsible for my actions if you broke in. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't kick you out and call the police.
We are all in terrible danger.
Of course we are. And I'm the Empress of Mars.
And I'm sure you would make a formidable ruler, but now is not the time for levity. I'm being serious!
You swear?
We've been friends for long enough for you to know that I'm not the sort to make light of perilous situations. And this might be the absolute worst thing that we've ever faced. Forget the Cybermen, Laringia, the Anshanra, the Daleks. They're all child's play in comparison to what's out there now.
You think naming aliens will help your case? Georgie, pass me my phone. I'm calling the police.
I can give you a reason not to call them, Mum. I don't want you to.
Georgie, please. Whatever this man has to say...
I want to listen to it.
Thank you, Georgie.
Don't thank me just yet. I'm angry that you used your sonic screwdriver to break in. I'm willing to hear you out, but that's about it.
You need to know what I've seen, what I've learned about Durant.
Durant? What about her?
There's a creature here, a walking, talking paradox. It tried to absorb my past and future.
That doesn't make sense. How can a paradox be alive?
Well, in theory, anything's possible. And now that I've seen that thing in real life and felt it try to rip my mind apart to give it more life, I'm content to believe in it.
So how does that connect to Durant?
The creature has been lurking around her lab, and that equipment that she's working on is far in advance of anything that your race should be capable of for centuries. Temporal manipulation.
I suppose it makes sense for them to be linked.
And we need to come up with a way to stop them.
We? Why we?
Well, that's how this works, isn't it? Don't we always stop the bad guys?
Why are you planning on stopping Durant? What she's doing is important.
Important, catastrophic more like. And I'm afraid Georgie's right in the centre of it all.
Me? Why? What have I done?
I'm not sure yet. But it was desperately looking for information about you in my head.
Are you sure it isn't just because of our friendship? I mean, I'm not that special.
You are special. Well, I'm glad that we agree on something. Besides, that was practically the line the creature was giving me, and I'm not inclined to believe it. You are integral to its plans.
And what exactly are they? Because I don't buy this nonsense about creatures.
No, there's only one, but isn't that bad enough?
Whatever you say. Make up shadows all you like, but meanwhile, Durant wants to make people happier without the help of some bug-eyed demon.
But at what cost? What has she offered you?
That's none of your business.
I'm sure you can speculate.
I thought as much. You can't go along with what she's saying, you know that, right?
I don't know what to do.
Join the club.
We'll do what's right for our family.
And the rest of the world can go hang. Got it.
You're asking her to choose between her father and some vague threat we have no proof of. Call yourself a friend?
Look at my arm.
What about it?
Goosebumps?
I didn't think Time Lords would get goosebumps. Or produce adrenaline, for that matter. Is that as bad as it seems?
Yep. It's an intense manifestation of fear. Stand with me, Georgie. Like you have before, together we can get to the bottom of this.
Why are you being nice? You're normally blunter than this.
Because I'm not coming at this like you're the bad guy. I mean, if anything, you're the...
Don't call me the victim. Just don't.
Okay, it's just... You're not normally this quiet. I mean, I know that you'd share anything that you know with me, right? You wouldn't keep me out of the loop, not when the stakes are so high.
Because you've never done that to me. What about all the times I nearly died because of you? Because you didn't tell me everything up front. Because you led me into danger.
You wanted to come with me. From the start.
I can't do this now. Let's not fight. Maybe we should have a bit of space.
Ah, yes, gotcha.
I'm not shutting you out, I promise. What I'm trying to say is that I need to think. A little time to mull this over. The world isn't going to end because I went to bed. We can talk properly in the morning. Just don't break in again.
I won't. I swear you have my word.
And your key. Your TARDIS key, remember?
I do? Why?
I'm wondering where you'll go tonight when you leave here.
Don't worry, I know I'm not particularly welcome here. I'm leaving.
No, I mean it. Where will you go?
Oh, you know me. I'll find somewhere. I'll be fine. You know, I'll see you both tomorrow.
Please, Georgie, don't turn your back on your family.
Mum, don't. This isn't an easy decision. I know you want me to agree to Durant's offer, but I'm torn. I know it isn't that simple. The doctor wouldn't make this stuff up, so I don't know what the right thing to do is.
I know you need time to think. Me going on isn't going to help. What was that about a key?
To prove he wouldn't abandon me, the doctor gave me his key to his spacecraft.
That's the thing about keys. There are always spares.
That doesn't matter. For him to have given up something he holds so dear, that's what's important. He isn't leaving. He meant his promise.
Well then, I guess that's me told. Oh, your senses are confused. Don't worry, old girl. Shh, it's okay. It's still me. Yes, I am using my spare key. No, don't worry. You don't need to make me a new main key. I've just lent it out to a friend. She'll give it back. We trust her, don't we? Oh, what is Georgie caught up in? I do worry about that woman. I mean, she's so capable. So much more than she gives herself credit for, but there seems to be an awful lot of self-doubt there too. Oh, hello, what's that? Are we being invaded? Stand by to repel borders. I know you can fend off what's coming for us. Oh, it's you! What in the name and Bandragonessy 4 are you doing here? I was about to ask you the same thing. What's the meaning of barging into my ship like this? I'm not the barger, I'm the bargee! You're the bargee? What are you on about? No. Barge-E. I'm the one being barged in. Never mind. Now I see why my friends get so frustrated. So, you're what, a temporal echo caused by the creature's interference with time? Since when did I develop a penchant for stealing the words out of my own mouth? I don't follow. Or maybe that's precisely the problem. What if I don't follow you? You think you're the echo? And you're from the future. Do you have a warning for me? A mysterious hint? I do, so I love getting cryptic crosswords. So any anagrams? Stuff like that? Do I always talk this much rubbish? Wait, did something happen to Georgie? Is that it? You seem to be fading away. No, I think that's you, mate. What's that? Doctor, you're breaking up. There's a paradox. It's about to do something drastic that perhaps it already has. Is Georgie safe? Just tell me that. Doctor, you must... No, blast it! Why do the important sentences never get finished? But, if a fluctuation of that strength can appear in here... Oh, lordy, bad to worse. Okay, seems like that we should head into the belly of the beast. Or at least into the heart of Durant's laboratory. Aha! Durant's lab, finally. Uninterrupted this time. There's no one or nothing is going to stop me from a snooping. Go, daff! Other than the fact that the lights are out. Best trip the circuit rather than waste whatever time I've got trying to find the light switch. Good thing I brought my handy plutonium magna lens. Now, let's have a proper look and see what's going on here. Because a cursory glance is enough to tell me that this is light years beyond human capability. So let's just get down to the nuts and bolts of it, shall we? Now, what did that green light mean? Locking onto something? Tertigan Orbulons? You don't see them very much. Especially as they belong 5 universes over and a millennium into the future. Vermigel Abelgabs? Seric Harmonizers? It's like walking through the Bizarre Manza quadrant. Everything's from a different temporally active race. Ah, there you go. That's the seal of Rassilon on the stabilizers. There's no way the Time Lords would have helped. So...
certain pieces of equipment I have obtained.
Steel, you mean? Who'd you filch this from? There's enough temporal regulators in here to...
You do not wish to finish your sentence.
To hold back a wave of paradoxes. Build them up to a crescendo of power, then filter them through this engine.
Convert to a potent fuel. For me.
Clever. Oh, that is clever. Why charge your battery for 10% at a time when you can jump straight to 100%? But you shouldn't exist. On my world, you're nothing more than the boogeyman for the Time Tots.
I am a child of time itself. You see yourself as time's champion.
Nothing so elaborate, nay, egotistical.
Why must you fight against me? I am not the scientific impossibility you fear.
Because I champion everything that is good and just. I stand against anyone or anything that intends to mold time to their own ends.
I am not simply cruelty. I can help you.
How could you possibly do that?
There is something you desire. I can help your ship.
My TARDIS is fine, thank you very much.
You will always go where you want.
I go where I need to.
I can keep you always on course.
Where's the fun in that?
Or give you permission to influence time.
I don't need your permission.
With the slightest hint of my power, you can achieve your dreams.
Wipe out all evil from the cosmos. Anger and violence, greed and selfishness.
Make the cosmos the place you want it to be. The place it should be. Everywhere a peaceful paradise.
That is quite the offer. But we both know I can't accept.
Are you sure?
To have such a positive universe, for kindness and good to perpetually triumph, it would be more than my heart could take. And it wouldn't be real. Just another artificial nirvana with me as some do-good tyrant. I think not. That's hardly my style. And what would be the cost, What do you want in return?
You would be a benevolent ruler.
The more I travel, the more I wonder whether such a thing is possible. Power corrupts, it always does. And power on the levels that you're describing? Well, I'm not sure even I could resist.
Then give in. Accept your desire.
You can throw whatever seductive visions of a better future at me all you like. It isn't going to change my mind. I will never make a deal with you.
You will not be tempted.
Not in the slightest.
But perhaps one day, when the right offer comes your way, you do not deny it.
Never say never.
What I offer is not enough for you.
I'm sorry, is that a question or a statement? It's hard to tell with you.
You must be removed.
Oh, hello. What's that?
It is a shame we must oppose one another.
A bolt of temporal energy?
It will wipe you from time.
Oh, rabbit's gotta fly.
He still thinks he can win. He is wrong.
Not good, not good, not good. No, bad. Looks like you took a direct hit, you poor dear. What has that thing done to you? It's almost like a temporal virus. The vortex is trying to eject you. We need to land. Seems like that creature's doing all it can to stop me. Let's not try to travel for a while then. Can't be. That creature, how did it beat me back here? Oh. Well, that's a relief. It's only Georgie.
You liar!
Oops. And hello to you too.
I can't believe you. You said you wouldn't leave.
How long were you out there?
Long enough to notice the TARDIS was gone, then watch it materialise. You broke your promise. And I don't want to hear whatever your excuse might be.
I saw the creature. It tried to...
Did you not hear what I just said? I don't know why I bother.
Georgie, it isn't what it looks like. I wasn't abandoning you.
You can take your stupid key back, and this ridiculous box of tricks. I've spent the last few days stuck in this moral quandary because of you, and yet I'm wondering whether it was worth it. I thought you'd try to do what is best for us all, but it's only about you. It's always about what you want, what you think is best.
The creature offered me whatever I want in the universe, and I turned it down, so I hardly think I'm being selfish.
But you're asking me to be selfless to a fault, to give everything up. Well, I'm not interested in having this conversation anymore.
Oh, hello. Who's this? Not now. Shut up. I'm in the middle of something.
Of course, it's nothing more than some game to you, isn't it? Why else would there be two versions of you?
Time is splintering.
The creature has muddled the past and the future. I'm caught in a moment of abstract flux.
Whatever. Since you can talk to yourself, you clearly don't need me around. And I don't need you. Goodbye, Doctor.
Georgie, well... Now look what you've done.
You can make amends later. Listen to me. The disruptions in time are worsening. History is shifting out of control. If you don't listen to me now, it'll be too late.
Another incomplete thought. Great. I guess I'll become you soon enough. Then I'll know what's going on. Now, let's see. The readings suggest that the source of the echo is close. Time's running out and there has to be a way to stop becoming that echo. I don't have to resort to warning my past self because I failed. Georgie's at the heart of this, but I can't just barge into the house and drag her out. She'd never forgive me. She might not forgive me anyway. I said wait until the morning and I meant it. Okay, so I guess that leaves me a couple of hours to undo the damage that creature did to you, old girl. Then we can spring into action and fix everything as a team, like the old days. Ha 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 ha! I hope. Guess I best do the old-fashioned way. Hello there! You nearly caught my nose on the door, Andrea, come on, please!
Georgie's gone out for a walk. She seemed very upset.
Yeah, I think that's my fault.
And so am I. You don't just get to do what you please, so leave now before this gets worse.
I only want to apologise.
I'm not surprised you let her down.
Do you think an apology will make a difference? Do you think Georgie could find it in her heart to forgive me?
If it comes from the heart, yes.
And you? Will you accept that I'm sorry? I truly am. I'm doing my best, but I'm so far out of my comfort zone here, Andrea. I don't know what to do. I don't like feeling like this. I guess I'm used to running in, figuring it all out on the fly and doing good, but now I can't seem to do right no matter how hard I try. I can't... It's all too close to home. You don't want to hear this. I'm sorry, I'll go now.
Wait. You think we aren't feeling the same? Seems none of us got much sleep. You look exhausted.
I worked through the night. My ship was, attacked. I was trying to repair it, but what kept you up?
I was in bed, staring into the darkness. It was like... Oh, you'll think me a fool. It was like he was there, Scott, my husband. I know he wasn't, obviously, but still. like he was watching over me.
Well, that's an understandable reaction. It's grief. I've lost people before too. Family, friends, partners of all kinds.
But he should have been there beside me. He should have been in our bed with me. It's funny, the dark never used to bother me. Not as a kid, never as an adult. But now he isn't there. It sure is terrifying. I've barely rested since he left.
We have to be brave.
But I'm all out of brave. All the reserves have well and truly been tapped. If you have any to spare... Ugh. What must you think of me?
That you're stronger than you think. I've come close to becoming what I fear the most in times of most intense sorrow. Sometimes I've lashed out, sought revenge, and so for you to be as thoughtful and caring and coherent as you are, perhaps I'm too harsh on human feelings.
I want him back, Doctor. I'd do anything to have my husband here again. Everything was so stable with him around, and now I have a chance.
Are we going to stand in the doorway or shall we go inside?
If your mother will take the door off the latch.
Did the walk help?
I'm not sure.
I didn't break in this time.
What do you want? A medal? You can't paper over the cracks by expecting praise for common decency. Come on, let's get this over with.
You seem somewhat hostile.
Whether you meant to or not, you taught me to recognize when a fight is coming. And I can see one on the horizon right now. Except
it's with me this time. What are you expecting? Some battle of wills?
a conflict of emotions at the very least.
Is that what I should do? Appeal to your heart rather than your head?
What do you have to appeal for? What's your endgame?
The survival of history, Georgie. What else? Are you enjoying this, goading me?
I just want you to question whether you're right for a change. So you want to stop this creature, whatever it is?
I have to. Do you understand what it's capable of? It will damage the vortex irrevocably. It already has. There will always be scars from where that thing has interfered. Try as I might, nothing will fully fix that, but we can stop it now, prevent any further rips in time being opened.
Do you really think Durant would ally herself with something as malicious as that?
I think that woman isn't as predictable as she likes to present herself. Besides, it has already attacked me a couple of times.
Only because you mean it harm, you've admitted as much yourself. You think it'll destroy all of time, but why would it do that if it came from there, if it lives there?
Regardless of what it wants, it will destroy everything whether it means to or not. It's in the creature's very nature, like antimatter in the universe of matter.
You see this as black and white, don't you? Right and wrong. What Durant is offering, what we want to do is wrong.
My eyes can perceive shades of light you humans won't even begin to imagine for centuries.
Not the point, or the time to brag.
What I'm saying is that I understand shades of grey, and I get that this will have the direst consequences on a personal level. I know my plan would stop you from being reunited with your father, your husband, and I'm sorry. I'd give anything for there to be another way.
Would you? Would you really? Because it doesn't feel like it. I've seen you go to extreme lengths to save people before, refuse to go along with plans because they put some stranger in harm's way. Yet now, this feels different. Like you don't care, but you're just saying you do, to placate me. And I don't believe you.
This isn't some stranger, I know that.
No, it isn't. He's my dad.
I know, and I'm sorry because I know you won't want to hear this, but it isn't about saving him. I can't stop what has happened. He's already dead. That's the difference here.
But it doesn't have to be that way. We have a chance to change it.
I feel like that you are deliberately missing the point now. Look, yes, I take risks. Do all I can to save people, but that's for the future. What we're talking about here is the past. He was a good man.
And he should still be here.
I'm not disputing that, and there's nothing we can do. He would understand that.
What's that supposed to mean?
I think that Scott would get that there's nothing that we can do. He found contentment towards the end.
What? How would you know?
I went to see him.
Say that again.
I visited Scott.
Get out. Get out of this house.
Georgie, listen.
We're well past that now. Get out.
Your spaceship, it's a time machine. You went back in time and saw Scott when he was still alive, and you say it like it's absolutely nothing, like it meant nothing to you, like it was the easiest thing in the world. You know what I'd give to have the chance to do that? To be able to go back into the past and see everyone. You really are an alien. I can't look at you anymore.
Georgie, mate, please, say something.
What is there to say? You could have taken me. Taken Mum. At the very least, you should have asked us first. Said something. Do you really not see how insensitive this is?
I needed to know him. I needed to understand what we were sacrificing.
Don't say we. This isn't your sacrifice.
Oh, he was a wonderful man. He was a good lad. If things would have been different, I think we could have been very good friends. So I meant what I said. If I could have saved him, I would have. Even if it meant giving up my own life in the process. You think that I wouldn't do that for you? You think you mean so little? But you have to consider the ramifications of bringing Scott back. Making it so he never died at all. Because I get that it would remove all of your grief, but it would also remove all of our adventures together.
And isn't that a fair trade?
If it were that simple, perhaps. But we'd have never met each other, and who knows what that would have meant for my lives. How would those issues with Antoine have resolved themselves, Maybe I wouldn't have been rescued from the Daleks, or from the Time Lords. Who knows? And who knows what it would have done to my regeneration. You said I was dead until you touched me, so?
You'd have been all right. Someone else would have.
Do you really want to take that risk? Leave me to die like that?
It doesn't matter. I've made my decision. And Doctor, after everything you've said today, you've made this rather easy for me. I'm more certain now than ever.
Wait. What have you decided? Georgie! Oh, I don't like this. What if she makes the wrong choice? I'd have to stop her. I'd have to stop Georgie? No. No, wait. No, I've got a better idea.
What are you doing here?
Your creature might have stopped me travelling through time, but not in space. And I realise it's time to get my hands dirty.
He plans to release his anger.
Oh, are you going to hit me?
Not you, your equipment though.
Don't you dare!
Not once in the history of humanity has that ever worked. It's like I was about to say the ultimate temptation, but I figured you'd know all about that.
I mean it!
Or what? It's such a paltry, empty threat.
You'll regret it.
Ah, and another classic! Fancy going one more? Go on! I'll get you for this. It's a personal favourite of mine, especially when it comes with a good old-fashioned fist-shaking grrr. As you insist on skulking around like Scooby-Doo's villain, I'll treat you like one. Time to rip the mask off the face and show you for what you really are!
And what is that precisely? Because all I'm seeing is your malicious attempts to halt my marvellous breakthrough.
Marvellous is dubious at best, and yours is an absurd claim. Your advance belongs to that thing over there.
You feel threatened. Good.
See, Durant? You see how cruel it is?
No, I see how cruel you are. That spanner in your hand? You didn't bring it to tighten some bolts for me, did you?
He means harm.
But as he said, not to me. And I doubt it would even scratch you. No, he wants to destroy everything I've been working toward. Lash out like a child and smash it up. Not going to happen. Did you really think I'd just step aside while you destroyed my life's work?
No, that's why I also brought this. The Breath of Chinar. A small gale in a box, enough to clear you out of the way.
Whoa!
Such primitive tricks.
You want magic? How about some sparks? Alakazam! And when your circuit boards are crushed into a million pieces, there's no chance of repairing them like Humpty Dumpty. And all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again! Ha!
Doctor?
He beat us here. What's he doing? No! Stop him!
It's too late for that, and just for good measure. Ha! Now, there's nothing you can do. Memory wafers wiped, stabilizers destabilized, everything utterly kaput.
You think you've made a difference?
I know I have. How can you change time without your paradox engine?
You are laughable.
We might have needed it once upon a time, but now we're beyond that. The technology was merely a conduit for my partner's abilities. They are more than capable enough to do what we need without any assistance. I almost feel bad watching the hope drain from your face.
This has to work, you must be wrong.
Or what? Are you going to smash something else up?
I can't believe you, Doctor.
This isn't about you! About your father, you know that!
Snap at me all you like, but I don't care about your blasted bigger picture. Because right now, all I see is you on the wrong side. You're condemning my dad.
No, certainly not. How many times do I have to say it? This isn't personal. I'm concerned about the damage to Runt and that thing you're doing to the vortex.
All of your fears, how can you be so sure they'll come true? All of your arguments are purely speculative. We've been to the future, and the world was still there.
You know time doesn't necessarily work like that. Come on, Georgie, you're better than that. This is a point of flux. Let that creature get stronger, and the future we visited could quite easily disappear. And that'll be on your head.
But why does it have to be like that? Why can't you be hopeful?
You think I want to be like this? You think I wouldn't move heaven and earth to save the people I care about? I've lost too many friends, practically all of my family. And for what? All loss is painful and senseless and utterly abominable. Do I agree with it? Or condone it? Of course not. But do I accept it? Do I get on with my life and try my hardest not to let it destroy me from the inside? I have to! There's no other choice. When we give in to that grief, when we surrender ourselves to its darkly seductive voice, we end up here, in a rather dubious laboratory, talking to a living paradox that wants to keep absorbing issues in time to sustain itself as if this was all normal. I'm sorry. I can't bring your father back, nor can I make the pain of losing him any easier for you to bear. But I can't let you do this. It's selfish and it's wrong. I hate that I'm yelling at my best friend because she's been so blindly stubborn, but I have been patient for long enough. If you're just going to do what you want anyway, what's the point, huh? Say yes to that thing, and civilizations will burn. But none of that matters to you, does it? Don't think I've forgotten that when I found you in Russia, you were prepared to rewrite history there and then too. And when we discovered the Alliance, with their ridiculous Sidrap plotting to manipulate time in a war against the Xylons, well, you sided with them, didn't you? You stood against me. And now here we are. So go on, make your choice. Show me how little you've learned from our time together.
Your actions and words have achieved nothing.
Aside from criminal damage.
Then sue me.
The moment is now.
Georgie, Andrea, we need your decision. What do you want us to do?
You know my thoughts. I want Scott back. Take my grief away, please.
We need you both to agree. There isn't enough energy from just one of you.
But when you showed us before, there was just that man.
Scott is more important, and your lives are more complex. The energy needed to reshape that is considerable. We must have consent from both of you. Your hearts must desire this totally.
One thing I learned from our travels, Doctor, was how differently you looked at things. How your emotions are totally different to mine. When we first met, you destroyed those Cybermen as if it was nothing. I killed Natasha.
Georgie, that's not fair.
Yes, it is. I was the one who ended her life. The Cybermen might have converted her, but I pulled those wires out. I'm the one responsible for her death. And that has haunted me ever since. Yes, we've gone places and seen all manner of wonderful things. Ancient Rome, a world made of emeralds, singing squirrels. And I've always wondered what she would have made of it. People die all around us. Remember Leonie and her friends? The crew of Melia's ship? Everyone caught up with the vampires and the Daleks. And for once, just this once, I can put some of that right. I have an opportunity to bring someone back. I can redress that balance, and finally we can have a happy ending. This is for everyone we lost. Yes, Durant, I've decided. Do it. Bring Dad back.
Please, Georgie.
As you wish.
I can feel the energy.
What's happening? It's bubbling with power.
This is all part of the process. Don't worry.
You're making a timeline redundant to feed to a temporal monstrosity? If you aren't careful, you could be looking at the next Big Bang.
The future is gone. The past is changing.
Oh my! Over there! Is that a person?
Goodbye, Doctor.
What? Doctor?
Times they are changing, and I hope it's worth it.
He faded away.
Out with the old version of events, in with the new. I've completed my side of the bargain. You have the energy you need now the Doctor's timeline is being rewritten. Now we can all get what we want.
Then go, Durant. Find the home you desire.
And Durant too. Where have they gone? Where did you send them?
Your choice has changed the Doctor's fate. He is on a different path. Durant's role is complete. She has her heart's desire.
Georgie! It's him! Scott! He's come back!
And now you too will be happy.
What about you? What do you get out of this?
Oh, Scott! Come here!
What? Where am I? What is this place?
That doesn't matter. You're back with us now.
Andrea? Love, what's going on?
Just hold me, please.
Of course.
Why won't you tell me? What did you want?
We did not want to be alone.
There are two of you now?
Your love for your father showed us family.
Georgie, is that you?
Dad! You have no idea how glad I am to see you.
Now you have your father. You have no need for the Doctor.
What? Doctor who? We don't need a doctor.
No, you never met him. Enjoy your life, Georgie Darlington Cook.
What's going on?
I can't quite remember. At least we've got each other.
Surrounded by my family. What's not to be happy about?
I'm so glad you're here, Dad.
Take your family and leave this place. Forget us. Your life will be normal again.
What's this group hug for? How about we go get some ice cream, like we used to?
Their memories are already fading because they want them to. This new future, all that power, all that potential, all for us.